Now back to the farms, right? Now, so all these farms are pretty decent and stuff like that. The reason there's the higher APRs on these is because you have a stable coin to wrap the pulse. So basically, if PulseChain keeps going down, you lose you lose a lot of your USDC that goes to buy more Pulse. Now if Pulse shoots up, you're then cucking your gains out, and then you're holding bigger USDC positions. So sort of like one good way to think about it is like, can you put the screen on me a little bit, like half screen, like basically like sort of think of Miguel Bose. So so imagine like you're kind of DCAing. So like the price goes up, you're DCAing out, and you're getting into a heavy cash position, and then when the price is crashing, you're DCAing all the way on the way down. Oh, okay. And then you end up holding way more PulseChain, but a lot less stables, and that's kind of how it works. And then there's all these kind of mathematics and like trigonometries and stuff, and like algebraic quadratic equations and like some sort of like mathematical like version of pi.
I mean, pi is math.
Pi is math. That's right. 369. Damn you, fine.
314 something.
I'm surprised no one's done a remix, Westcott. Here's an idea, like 369, because like 369 is the inflation rate of hex, right?
Yeah.
369. Damn you, fine. One more time. Hopefully we don't get in trouble for that. But like Westcott. But anyway. So that's sort of the stuff that's going down. Wow, this APR went down. But like that's kind of what's going on these kind of pools and stuff. And you can earn a decent amount, but you have to look at liquidity, right? Like sometimes I go when I'm being a yield farm sleuth and I'm looking around. Sometimes I see like, damn, the APR is like 700% or 70%, and I look, there's $5 in there. You can't. Come on. Yeah. So it's like you have to look for pools where like, but there's plenty right here. So for the average person, there's plenty of yields here if you're going to do that. Me, I wouldn't ever recommend more than 20% of your stack at all be yield farming personally. But hey, not financial advice.
Yeah.
Do you, bro?
We got Wonderful asking, would you see the incentive token going back to 60?
Pass. No. Let me just finish my point here, and I'll answer that. And gotcha. Keep that question queued. I'll ask. Can you share my screen again? So basically, what's going on is that during the time that the update was happening, you were actually there was no buy and burn happening. People were still receiving their yield.
Yeah.
And then the fee that normally gets given to the buy and burn was given to the LP providers. So people were actually earning more APR than was stated here.
Fuck yeah.
But then when this buy and burn reactivated, that fee you don't get anymore. Mm-hmm. But that helps buy up and hold up the price of PulseX because it's buying and burning. So it's taking off the market, sending it to a burn contract and into the abyss. And then what happens is it ends up like burning a decent amount of coins. So if we look at goldpulse.com, we've had basically 0.25% of the total supply burned since its existence. So this has been alive for about 3 months. Let me see. 4 months now. Well, yeah, it's like, okay, we'll just call it 4 months. I'll be nice. Yeah. 4 months, right? So effectively, it was only turned off for about a week or so or less. And then now it's returned back on. But pretty much we're like burning about 0.25%. Now, this was during the launch, so there's a lot of burning there, but the lower the PulseX price goes, the more there's more burning. Yeah. So it kind of like has this equilibrium sort of like effect and stuff. So with its price higher, because more people are trading it and the volume's really high, basically what you'd actually want really is that like you'd actually want like the volume to spike like crazy while PulseX is in the shitter. So then you're like massively burning. Yeah. Massively. But if with that much fucking volume, someone's buying either a ton of Hex or PulseChain, and if Hex goes up because liquidity pairs, so like there's $15 million, whole lot of red in this pool, right? So if P-Hex just shoots up to like 3 cents, it will drag up PulseChain's price a little bit because there's $15 million of liquidity right here. So with the $15 million, so if you end up having a 3x in price here, and since right here, this is about half the pool, you don't see right here, right now, right it's here. So what would end up happening is the Hex side of this is $7 million, $7.5 million to be exact. Now, if we had a tripling of price, that would equate to $22.5 million in one side of the pool. But because it sells P-Hex in order to buy up PulseChain, it kind of lag it out and stuff. So basically, the pool would at least go to like $30 million. Okay. Off of off of p hex shooting up to 3 cents. Whole lot of red. But that would increase the PulseChain price, because in PulseChain is paired to fucking everything.
Yep.
And because of that, so let's just say PulseChain goes from, I don't know, I'm going into fanfics here, goes to 60, maybe 70, then what would end up happening, this would whatever, because these kind of track each other pretty decently because of the old ratio here, right? Normally like a good rate for PulseX would be like it's at 3. I think the last time I did a big swap was like it was at 26. I sold at 26. I sold PulseX into PulseChain. Damn.
Hell
I actually I could trade back, but I'll wait until later. But basically, PulseX would end up getting dragged up because of liquidity pools. Because what's the biggest pool, or one of the biggest pools in this entire thing? Wow, $21 million in the PulseChain pool. What's a bigger pool? There isn't one. Wow. Wow. Chase, can you do wow?
Wow.
Nice cock, Batman. Right?
The whole Robin meme.
The whole Robin meme, yeah. But then that's kind of what's going on there, right? So the two biggest pools are obviously Pulse, which is basically Hex Pulse, and PulseX. So that's kind of what would happen there, right? So, I mean, either one. So let's just say PulseX went up a whole lot of red, or a whole lot of green. Yeah, a whole lot of green.
Whole lot of green.
Right? Let's just say PulseX for some reason would go to 30, right? It would probably drag up the PulseChain price up somewhat. Now, it wouldn't go up as much as a percentage, but it still would go up, and then that would in turn, let's just say as an example, right? Like this would go to 30, right? Somehow Westcott's like, oh my god, Miguel, keep going. This is awesome. But let's say like, dude, I love all this Westcott fucking like gang warfare. It's funny as fuck to me now. Like I thought it was kind of fucked up. I was like, you guys shouldn't be fighting. But at this point, I'm just like, go ahead, have fun.
Just keep going.
Keep going, I guess. But let's just say this would go to 30, right? Let's just say PulseX would do a 3x. This would probably drag the price up to 50, maybe 60. Not bad. So this would do a 3x. I would do a 2x.
Okay.
And then that in turn would probably be sitting worst case at like 1.2 cents to probably 1.4, 1.6 cents. So this would also probably do a 2x to maybe probably like 50% gain. So 1.2 cents. And then EHEX would probably go up like 50% as well, because they're in a ratio and stuff. So it'd probably be in the 60s. It'd probably be in the 60s range, 60% of a penny range. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Well, it'd probably be like 55% of a penny or something like that, because though it's a little slightly lesser and stuff. Yeah. But still, combined price would be almost at 2 cents. Not bad.
Yeah.
Versus right now it's at 1.2 cents. So it'd go up basically half a penny in combined price. Nice. Winning. So that's kind of how like the liquidity pools work and stuff. Now, I'm being real rough with like the gains, but that's now the one that's going up a lot goes up more, right? It goes up a lot, but a bit of its gains are kind of retarded, god damn it. I meant, you know what I mean, are kind of dampened. There we go. That's a better word. Yeah, they're kind of dampened. So like, let's just say as an example that PulseX was going to do a 4x, it'd do a 3x because of the liquidity pools, because they're selling it off to buy their coin off to equilibrize the pools. That's a big word. Equilibrize the pools, right? But still, that 4x, we sacrifice an x to give everyone x more money, because every other fucking pool goes up in price and stuff, so everyone's richer.
So as Karn says, nerfed, right? Now, if you trade, let me show you what happens if you decide to trade a lot.
What the fuck do you want from me, Miguel?
Work.
A Pepe.
Put the trading meme on.
The trading meme. Gotcha. There you go.
He's hurt.
I don't even know what language he speaks, and I know that hurt. Japanese, probably.
Yeah. These game shows be wild.
Yo, China be mad at Japan right now.
Even though they're dumping the same amount, even more.
You stop speaking fast. Wait. Is Japan in the wrong?
Warning, this conch is not.
God damn it! The conch
It doesn't want to speak.
It doesn't want to speak. Man, damn it. All right. Well, anyway.